Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today the film Spotlight. Woke up this morning, had a bit of work to do even though it was a Saturday, and then was having the rest of the week off. My wife wanted to see a series of films, and I thought the film Spotlight sounded remarkably interesting, and it also had that kind of tinge to it where you think, this is probably going to be an Academy Award-winning film, I probably should go and see it. Spotlight covers a group of reporters in the Boston Globe who uncover's probably the wrong word. They collate a series of bits of information and do some investigative journalism. I'm not going to say any more about this film. I think this is a brilliant film. It's probably the best film I've seen this year, and it highlights a number of issues that are of long-term personal concern to me associated with my experiences in Australia. At the very end of the film, they show a list of cities and towns that were affected, and the number of Australian towns that were affected by what this film covers is truly astonishing. In terms of my family, in terms of various aspects of this whole thing, although I myself am not a Catholic, I've certainly experienced a lot of the elements that were contained within this film, and if you go back to Stone Ape, I don't know, it must have been around May or June sometime this year, 2015, you'll hear a particular account of an event that I attended in Australia where one of the gentlemen concerned fitted all the patterns associated with this film. I'm not going to say any more. I think I probably said enough associated with this. The interesting thing about this film was it was probably the last homage to this kind of investigative journalism. It's clear these days that not a lot of investigative journalism is actually done. It's incredibly expensive, and this film highlights some of that. But also, newspapers don't really exist anymore as they once did. The notion of having a team of reporters, this day and age, relatively unlikely. And it kind of begs the question, where does this degree of investigation and analysis actually come from in the contemporary age? And you might be familiar from a prior Short Funk recording. My assertion is that the journalism that needs to be done is now the responsibility of a group of individuals that can learn and investigate on their own turf. Now, it doesn't mean that they have to go to Afghanistan or Syria or these kind of things. Just the amount of data that is generated, just the amount of information and misinformation that is generated currently enables individuals in this broader, dubious society to collect bits of contradictory information and share that accordingly. So, the themes of this film were relatively broad, but I would thoroughly encourage folks to check out Spotlight. I think it's a film, certainly if you have a mind for numbers or an interest in how numbers do truly affect our broader social consciousness, well worth seeing. It's quite an emotionally exhausting film. But having said that, it was a brilliant film and one that I certainly think is worth seeing. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.